work hard, guys, and anything can be happened, man. The market makers used to be dominant and all that, but now we're taking back control, guys. And that's why we're here, and that's why you guys are here on IG Live, and let's talk about that. There's you guys, who is in the Bay Area, man? We posted, I made a surprise appearance at the Meetup at a pizza parlor up in Pleasanton this past weekend. Just yesterday. Who's here in the Bay Area and who saw that and who didn't want to go? I mean, you guys missed a huge opportunity. We had, where you at, Steven? So we have one of our guys, Steven, he loves traveling the world. He trades and he travels the world and he helps members. So pizza started at noon, 12 o'clock. He was there till 7, 8 at night. 7 to 8 at night, helping members, dude. You gotta gone there and gotten free mentorship. That's the way to do it. If you really are dedicated, if you really want to make this happen, if you really want to become a successful trader, guys, you have to do this shit. Who the fuck else does meetups except MIC? I mean, I took my son out there. I drove like 40 minutes to get there. It was completely free. We had free pizza. We had a meetup the other week in Las Vegas as well, and we're planning to have more meetups. So if you're a fucking lazy motherfucker, and you're a loser, and you're losing trading, and you're able to go to these events, but you're too lazy because you're fucking around, that's on you, guys. I mean, I don't know what else to say, guys. I don't want to be an asshole, but I mean, dude, there's so many opportunities for you guys to learn. Completely free. It's not even about money, guys. We actually love doing these things. We like reaching out to the community. We like meeting new people. We like meeting our members. We are the only ones, guys, that are doing meetups. That's because we don't scam anybody, right? You imagine other people doing meetups, they're gonna get their ass kicked. I mean, that says a lot, man. I never want to burn any bridges. I never want to. I mean, dude, there's no reason for us to scam anybody. We make money, so we don't pump that. So I'm gonna give you before we start. I want to just give you a quick rundown on how can you spot a scammer. A scammer is someone that doesn't want to meet you in face to face. That's obvious, right? Because you're gonna punch them. But number two is like, how do they make the money? I don't give a fuck if you post $1 million P&L. How do you make that money? Are you pumping to your members, etc.? So Alex killed it last week, guys. Alex completely killed it. You don't even know his positions, but we post watch lists every single day, guys. We post a watch list every single day. Someone's asking, where do we announce meetups? Dude, you're on IG Live. I've been posting this. We post nonstop all of the event information on our Instagram as well as Twitter. But it's always on Instagram, guys. If you're here watching this right now, it means that you knew about the meetup. Just go into the IG stories and you'll see it. Stop being lazy. We're doing this completely free, guys. I mean, dude, we pay for pizza, we pay for beer. But the reason we're doing this is because we love doing this. We want to meet members. My goal this year is to go to as many meetups as I can. Steven's doing it already. So watch out for the next meetup location. We don't know where yet. But going to these things, you meet other members, guys. You meet other traders. And this is how you become successful. You surround yourself with the environment which you want to be. If you're hanging out with a bunch of losers, you're going to be a fucking loser. No offense, guys. My goal this year is to stop hanging out with people that are toxic. Stop hanging out with people that add no value. If they're my friends, it's completely fine. But they're a lot of friends, guys. They are only friends because you are successful. They're only friends because you can do things for them. And then they disappear. Like when you need help or when you're not. So my goal this year, guys, is to focus on members. Focus on people that care. Fuck the trolls. Fuck the haters. You know it's on Twitter. I don't engage anymore. I just block you and move the hell on. Trolls are basically your secret admirers, guys. So starting 2023, guys, this is your year. I'm telling you right now, the recession is the year that you make money. The reason why, because there's nothing else to do. There's no, the real estate's going down. You may get laid off. This is your opportunity to start to learn something that could change your life forever. You may not be the best day trader in the world. You don't have to be. But you go to these events. You meet like-minded people, successful people. Maybe you're going to need a job. Maybe you'll meet a guy that works for a company that, will hire you. It's just meeting the network of friends that will change your life forever. And that's exactly what MIC is, guys. Like, Tom, like I see the same faces all the time. I mean, we met each other like 10 years ago, Tom, online, right? And so, like lives are affected. He now is a great moderator, mentoring people in MIC. It's not just me helping him. He's giving back to the community that has given him so much. And same thing for me. Trading has given me so much. And so that's why I am here on Tuesdays. That's why Alex is here all the time, posting videos, things like that, guys. And we're doing meetups now, guys. So in person is the way to go. So Steven, the travel guy, has been there. Oh my God, dude, I didn't even know he was staying there for 8 hours. And he says he's usually there. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing there for 8 hours, dude, at a pizza parlor? He's helping members. There's nothing like face-to-face mentorship, guys. And that's your opportunity to do it. We actually had two non-members. I wouldn't even consider them non-members. They're even non-traders. One guy's like a futures trader or something. I don't even know if he's a trader. He just came with like a notepad, taking notes, which is great. I mean, I'm like, wow, this guy came with a notebook. This guy is taking notes of whatever stuff that I say, so it's kind of like, it's pretty cool. I came there to eat pizza and stuff and meet people, but, it ended up to be a mentoring session. We mentored people there, and that's how meetups work, guys. We meet great people, all sorts of people, all sorts of industries, all around the world, guys. And so where would you like the next meetup to go? Text, DM, the traveled guy. It was a traveled guy, Steven, the traveled guy. So I think his DM is traveled, past tense guy. But you can find that. Dude, don't need to ask. If you have to ask like when the meetup is, where the meetup is, then you're already lost, dude. You need to take ownership. You need to take responsibility of your own life. There's information everywhere, guys. Don't be lazy. Don't let it spoon feed you. Because this is your life, guys. There's no. I hear this online. It says this is not a practice life, dude. You get one chance at life, right? Let me see what I got here. Oh shoot. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Dude, there's so many opportunities, guys. There's so many opportunities. It's like I don't have time to I have only two hands. So this is how you do it, guys. There's so many opportunities, and so it can become overwhelming. Pick the top 1, 2, or 3 stocks and focus. Yeah, I know, right? Put some orders here. I'm like, I gotta get paid somehow, right, Alex? this free Instagram shit all the time, right? I'm a passionate guy, guys. I love trading. You notice this. I don't do this just to make money, guys. I do because I really enjoy it, and I do this to learn so I can educate the room as well. When you're doing this thing when you've been trading as long as I have, guys, it gets really boring. I don't want to be an asshole, but making money is really boring, right, Alex? Fuck, dude. You have to find different reasons to wake up in the morning, because another few $1,000 is not going to change my life, to be honest. What am I going to do? Buy more alcohol for people, right? It's not going to change my life. I have to have a reason to wake up in the morning. And so it's either a sport, like, wow, I'm training really well. So let's see how well I can do it. So Alex started with a $35,000 small account. So people have been bashing like, oh, that's not realistic on a small account. Well, no shit. Alex is not a realistic trader. He's not an average trader. And the guy's like, hey, why don't you teach us how to trade like an average person? Do you want to be mediocre? Do you want to be average? That's the thing that's really mind-boggling. When you see someone excel, when you see someone so good at something, instead of bashing them, figure out how they're doing it. Even if you could do 50%, 20% of what Alex does, even 10% of what Alex does, even 1% of what Alex does, it will change your life. Why the hell are you bashing, saying this is not realistic? This is not a normal person. No shit. We are not normal people, guys. That's why you come and you listen to us. I'm not as much as I want to be normal, I'm not fucking normal. I don't never want to be normal. Being normal is one of my biggest fears in the world. So I have a quote out there that says, one of my biggest fears is to be mediocre. Being mediocre is my fucking fear. Having to go back to a 9-to-5 job, having to listen to some asshole who's an idiot tell me I did not turn in a status report or some fucking stupid shit like that. That is my drive. My drive is to avoid being mediocre. So when Alex is posting these all live trades, guys, are in MIC. All the trades he did last week, he killed it. He made like 200 grand last week from a $35,000 account. And all people are doing this is not realistic. No shit's not realistic. Alex is not a realistic guy. He's a superhuman. If you can just do 1% of what we do, you're set. So focus on the process. Don't just focus on the result. Okay? Of course, you need the result to back up the process to make sure that the process works. But you're like, dude, it's the weirdest mentality. It's like Elon Musk is coming to a meetup, and he's telling you how he went from being, a student to being the richest man in the world. And you're like, oh, that's not really realistic, dude. Why don't you teach us how to be a realistic and start out with this? I'm like, dude, you're missing the fucking point. So Alex reset his account so he can prove that the process works. And the process works. And he posts the watch list. We post the watch list every day. Just copy the fucking watch list, guys. I just don't fucking understand. People are losing fucking money, going off on their fucking own, going, I don't know what I'm doing. Copy the fucking watch list. The beauty of the watch list is this, guys. We don't pump our positions. Before the market even opens, we scan the markets to give you the stock selections that we feel is the highest probability of success. And we post that as a watch list. Not only is the watch list, it's detailed. It gives you the prices we're looking at. And so when the market opens, we are trading off of the same ideas that we give you. It's not a pump. Because you know what, man? Sometimes the watch list never hits. Or sometimes the watch list is too early. Doesn't mean that we're perfect. It's the fact that we are actually giving you the game plan that we have. Imagine going to the Super Bowl. And I'm giving you what the fuck I'm doing on my offense and what I'm doing on my defense. Just because I give it that to you doesn't mean that you can beat me all the time. Because you know what? If I give you a game plan, you have to wait. You have to wait and be okay with not attacking me right away or not entering too early. So a lot of people like myself, I had mega FOMO today, guys. I had so much freaking FOMO today. Because it's been like 4 days since we traded, right, guys? So I was too early on so many stocks, guys. But I was still okay because, we with the right stock selection, you can make it's to your advantage. That's my point. But if you are going off on your own and losing your money and then wondering why you're not successful, because you know why you're reinventing the wheel. Learn from us first. When you become consistently profitable, then you can do whatever the fuck you want. But we gave you basically the cheat sheet. So people that cannot afford to join, trade the watch list. You make back your membership. That's the thing people don't understand. Like, dude, you paid to join MIC, and in the meantime, just fucking copy the watch list. I hate using that word because I don't want people to copy us. But you know what? I realize this, guys. Someone could tell me the secret to being healthy, being good looking and skinny. I still can't do it. They will tell me, do not snack after 8, exercise every day, eat right. We all know this, guys. We all know this, but we cannot do it. I snacked all night. I passed out with fucking chips all over my belly, shit like that. Same thing with the watch list. We gave you the prices that we are looking to enter. But it takes 15 minutes for it to happen. During that time, you're like, oh my God, dude, it may not happen. You hit things early or you wait. That's my point. You still need to manage the trade. Execution is very important, but you need to be able to execute it on the proper stock that we think is the highest probability of success. If you're going out fighting Mike Tyson, I don't give a damn who you are. You're going to fucking get your ass kicked most of the time, right? But we wait for Mike Tyson to get weak, and then we attack him at the right time. And that's the whole thing. People attack Mike Tyson too early. That's FOMO. We're sitting back, chilling, waiting for Mike Tyson to get attacked by all of the early people. That's usually how short selling works. We wait for the early shorts to get exhausted, right, guys? So we're planning to do a lot more meetups, guys. It's your best interest to show up to the meetups because that's how you're going to learn. You're learning from guys that have no idea who the fuck they are in real life. They're fucking pedophiles. Who the fuck knows, dude? Who even know they trade? You don't even see their face. There's no accountability. Look into their fucking eyes. I know my eyes are like baggy and shit, but you know what? I hope you guys understand, guys. We've been doing this for so long. There's a human component that you need to understand to become successful. And that's what we talked about during the meetup, guys, yesterday. It's the environment. You can be the best trader in the world, but you need to surround yourself. It's like an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting, an AA. Each one of us as a trader is a degenerate. There's so much dopamine going through our freaking heads that we need that satisfaction every day. And to be honest, that's how we fuck up. It becomes it's like an addiction to dopamine. And so it's very hard. That's where FOMO comes in, right? So being surrounded, so that's why MIC is kind of like an AA for traders. Seriously, we sit around, we help each other, be patient. Like, how hard is it? The hardest thing about trading, guys, is not trade. The hardest thing about trading is not trading. It's sitting there, waiting. That's so damn hard. It's like going to a bar and not drinking. I'm here at the fucking bar. There's tons of alcohol, but I cannot drink until when? Because happy hour will come. I'll save money, half price. So I'm sitting there for 10 minutes waiting for happy hour to open. And those are the 10 minutes, the longest 10 minutes of my life, right, guys? waiting for happy hour. Sitting there saying, no, I'm just drinking water. I just wait for, and so that's exactly how trading is, guys. Trading is we have to watch list, we have to wait for your entry, you have to wait for the setup, and it's so hard to, during that 10 minutes, 30 minutes, to do nothing. It's like, I want to trade so badly. I need to trade. And that's why MIC is important. It's not just about teaching you to trade, guys. It's being surrounded by people like Alcoholic Anonymous, like Trader freaking Anonymous, right? That's helping you not to blow your load before the stock even starts, guys. Is helping one another be patient. These are the human aspects of trading that humans are flawed. That's why algos will kick your ass. But we can still kick an algo's ass because an algo, whoever writes that logic, the algo is only as good as the person that programs the algo. But the algo will never make a human mistake. There's no emotion. But the emotions, the intuition, the human aspect, in my opinion, is the edge we have. Okay? We are not robotic. Okay? And so these are the stock selections that we have to help you guys. So any questions, guys? I don't know how to tell you guys. You guys got to join because we're killing it in the chat. Alex is killing it. I mean, any fucking questions, guys? Who's here? Steve, you here? Or Alex, you here? You want to get on? Just a pop, say quickly, guys. We're talking about the meetup. I'm telling you, man. I mean, dude, this is probably the most inexpensive community you're gonna join because you're gonna lose if you lost more than $300, man. A month, you're crazy not to join. But I want to bring someone on. Who's on? Okay, let me bring Alex on to talk about real quick, guys, about the watch list and his performance last week. Yeah, try to add him on. Is he coming on? Let's see. Go live with Alex.
Yeah.
Hey, brother.
No,
You're
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm not gonna.
You're not gonna shave until you lose your what, bro?
Cut my hair. Yeah. Today was another good day, bro. We'll talk about that. But what I want to talk about is I want to talk about this Bed Bath & Beyond that went crazy last week, guys. And the big thing is I saw a lot of people lose on Thursday before Friday's first red day came along. And what I've noticed is that until the first red day happens, people don't really pay attention to learning what the first red day is. They're just like, okay, it's just another type of setup. It is what it is. But what I've noticed is after that first red day, everyone's like, holy shit, I can't believe this exists. Like, what do I do? What do I do? And when I told people this morning in MICs, everyone usually misses their first red day. They see it happen, and then they want to learn how to trade it. So,
well, they're afraid too, bro. They're really afraid because each first red day is a little different, and they don't trust it. Well, Alex, you're here. Alex got paused. He got removed. What happened? Who removed you, bro? All right, let's talk about okay, hopefully you come back.
Yeah, every first red day is different, but the key is that
All right, you're back now.
for me, it was almost it was like serendipitous of all the good events lining up right when I started the small account, right? It was starting the account with 35,000, and then before the first red day came up, the account grew to 100,000. That allowed me to use 4 times leverage on the stock. And again, I don't recommend using 4 times leverage, but for me, when it's my A plus setup, that is what I'm willing to take and what I'm looking to risk. But essentially, the point is that everything kind of lined up where the account grew big enough to allow me to put on more risk. The account grew enough for me to be confident, and it just so happened that that day was a first red day setup. So if you missed that first red day setup on Friday, it's totally fine. There's going to be more throughout the year, but what you have to be doing is you have to be going back to the MIC video library, going to those first red day videos and preparing. I remember the first time we had a first red day and James was in MIC. He was a brand new member. It was maybe like 4 or 5 months into MIC. We had a first red day set up and I nailed it, right? I made, I don't know, maybe like $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. And James like, what the fuck just happened here? And then from that day on, James studied every single first red day video we had so that on the next first red day, he was prepared, he sized up, and he was ready to go. So
that's a good point, man. You have to study the previous first red day because not all red days are the same. Sometimes they trap you in that, but the more you see, the more different setups that you can recognize. So sometimes the first red day is kind of masked, right? You think it's the first red day, but it's not really the first red day. That's how people lost the day before. And because of that happening, it wiped away a lot of the shorts, which kind of made a double top. So, I mean, dude, you played it perfectly, but you needed to be able to. The reason you recognize it as the first red day, Alex, is not because.
And the funny part is that the last first red day that we had was also on Bed Bath & Beyond, which was about 6 months ago. And I was and look, bro, I'm very happy and I'm very grateful to be making the money that I'm making. I'm doing really, really well this year, but it's funny because now my ego tells me, fuck, dude, if I had my normal account, that Bed Bath & Beyond could have been $1 million trade, right? So now the greed comes in. So the point is, guys, that it's never going to be enough. You're never going to be fully satisfied. You make 10,000, you want 20,000. You make 100,000, you make $1 million. You make $1 million, you want 10 million. But the reality is that if we could show up every single day, bat for singles using the MIC process, and then when that home run trade comes, when that first red day comes, when that sell the news comes, or when that A plus 90% setup comes, that we are prepared emotionally, we are prepared in our accounts, and we are prepared mentally to be able to take advantage of that opportunity. And you know what, bro? Today was actually another really good day for me. I really did well on TCBP. I did well on Bed Bath & Beyond. I did well on CYAD. I did well on EDSA. But I found myself today getting a little bit lost in the sauce, bro. I felt myself getting a little bit confident. I felt myself getting a little bit too aggressive. I felt myself kind of losing control. I felt myself losing control because I had such a ego rush on Friday that now I must wire out my account. I must humble myself down and protect myself before I get myself into trouble. So although the account grew from, 35,000 to like 300,000, I now have to wire out probably $250,000, get back to 50,000, and get back to humbling myself because I felt myself today getting lost in the sauce. I felt myself confident.
Well, that's the thing too, man. When we always talk about we can make more, but think about this, man. Who knows if you got too much size, you may not be able to hold that long, or you may screw up. So that so don't ever go back and think, hey, if I use my normal account, because the fact that you were very comfortable with the size you had. If you were oversized, and that's how you get in trouble.
Exactly.
Sometimes.
So I felt myself today losing control, bro.
They fuck up.
I felt myself losing control. So as a signal or as a trigger, that tells me that I need to size out. I need to size down. I need to wire out, and I need to slowly get back to being humble. Because, bro, I don't want to show it, but bro, today was a fucking. Wait, is it loading? Today was a $93,000 day, bro. I had another $93,000 day, but I felt myself, bro, getting way too aggressive, bro.
So why don't you go over the trade now,
No, so
man?
bro, it was I made almost really I made pretty much, bro. I made like 20,000 on each stock that I traded. So let me show you guys. I posted an MIC. Let me show you. So
you went big size.
So my morning started off with EDSA. My morning started off with EDSA shorting around 330. Okay. Turns out that it went from 330 to $1.50. This was a really big winner. Even with 10,000 shares, bro, this is a $25,000 winner, right? So that's one. The next one on the day was CYAD pre-market. So CYAD pre-market, this one was, I was shorting the bounces. I didn't really get much size on this, but it went from 160 to 120. So that's about 40 cents a share right there. So even with, 20, 30,000 shares, that's still a nice $15,000, $20,000 winner. Next is TCBP. TCBP, I waited for it to top out. I got FOMO when I didn't get the locates, but I reminded myself, wait a second. This is front side of the move, and this is back side of the move. Why don't I just short it on the back side of the move? So I shorted on the back side of the move around like 550 and got out around 480. This was another great winner. Next, DCFC, I got a nice scalp here, $2.09 when the bounce was failing. Got out there, $1.86. What else did I trade today? All my trades are here posted in MIC, guys, so I'm just kind of scrolling through the trades of the day.
Why are you not in MIC, guys? I mean, this is the thing that I don't understand, man. We post shit real time, live, and people are still saying that it was fake. I mean, so I'm with you this year, Alex. Block every motherfucker. We're going to focus on the people that matter. And so, I mean, right now, MIC has people joining, but
yeah,
I'm thinking,
look, we've gotten rid of the monthly, man, but
letting people come in at monthly now, man.
We provide a free webinar course. So if you go to myinvestingclub.com/webinar, it gives you a 1-hour deep dive into what MIC is all about, and it also has live trades. This is for non-members. If you're already an MIC member, you have all this content. So if you're a non-member looking to start trading or curious about trading, go to myinvestingclub.com/webinar, take the free mentorship course to see what it's all about. But honestly, bro, I'm like, look, P&L is good. Profit is good. Making money is good. But when you find yourself kind of getting a little bit loose, when you find yourself kind of getting a little bit sloppy, that is not your signal to double down. That is your signal to step on the brakes. So in trading, you must know when to step on the gas and when to step on the brakes. I'm getting a little bit lost in the sauce, bro, so I'm stepping on the brakes a little bit.
Well, also this, man, you timed it perfectly with a market sentiment cycle. So, dude, the next one, dude, see why AD could went back to $30 and killed everybody. So it's one of those where we get so overconfident where everything's working, and then we forget the fact that, hey, all it takes is one fuck up to take away all your fucking money. And so that's why we preach the process, not only the process of trading, of a process of how to manage your bankroll. So you make the money until you take the money out. You put it aside. And that's how you manage the bankroll. You don't just let the bankroll roll and then
exactly.
Get reckless. Then one
it sounds crazy, but the small
your
account went from 35,000 to almost 400,000 in 3 weeks. So
that's because you know what, man, you're the small account made you trade properly. There was no room for error, and so you started trading really well.
Yep.
And so the good habits led to more good habits. But trading a bigger account, sometimes we get very loose. That's what happens to me. When you trade a larger account,
exactly.
You're like, oh, I have money.
And I don't want that to happen, bro.
I'm
always setting a seatbelt on myself to prevent myself from getting, again, into a bad situation. Because today was good, bro. I nailed fucking everything. Everything worked out perfectly. That gives me more confidence. It gives me more ego.
Yep.
So what I've learned in my trading, just like you said about, is smaller account is better. Be more selective is better. And plus, I'm going to give myself a paycheck for all this good work. So that's kind of where I'm at now, bro. So I'm going to probably send a wire for $250,000, $300,000 either today or tomorrow, reset the account back down to about $50,000, go back to kind of building all over again. And hopefully when that next opportunity is there, I have the equity, I have the buying power. Exactly.
Well, with 50, you already you with buying power, you're fine. It's the fact that the more you have, I think it's the mentality of fuck, I'm gonna go all in on everything. That's the fear. Everything, because the problem is that when you're making money, you're like fuck, I could have went in all in and made 10 times more. So it's like a makeup trade attitude, right? So ongoing, you're like fuck, I'm gonna fucking, because since I'm nailing everything, I'm on this mad rush. It's like, what happens, like when you start making like 50,000 a day,
So
100,000
trading
a
is a
day,
mental game,
how
man.
do you make 2,000
Look,
again?
everyone's not dealing with these same mental issues, but on a smaller scale, hey, if you just nailed a $10,000 day and you're trading extremely larger the next day, chances are you're trading based on emotion. So my emotions are taking over me because I am a human. But recognizing when that emotion is a trigger, that is my signal. So for example, Dr. Brett Steenbarger taught me this. He said, when you are stressed in a trade, chances are you're in the wrong trade. So use that stress as a trigger to tell you that you're in the wrong trade. I am using this overconfidence and this ego as a trigger to tell me that I am over trading.
Yep. Great job, man. Hey, let's guys,
go to myinvestingclub.com/webinar.
Check the webinar
course, and if you're not going to join, don't join. But we're still going to be here making literally hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Hey, we should set up, Alex. We should set up like a little gift for members. Maybe the next couple of weeks on review on.
That's a good idea. We could do a webinar next week on
how you did that, right? Right. Yep. So whoever wants to join, guys, this will be a little treat for you guys. Members only. We want to save it only for members. Like I said, man, even if you make 10%, 1% what Alex does, that's fucking gold. The point is the process, guys. Is not just the dollar amount. Because
the point of this account was
you don't
to show
have to
people
risk
what happens
the same amount of money
MIT
Alex is
process.
risking.
You might not get the same exponential results, but you're going to get definitely some big results.
Yep, exactly.
And that is the point, guys. That is the point of this entire thing.
You get consistent results. The key is the process, guys. Doesn't matter if it's a little account, a big account.
Guys, on the free webinar, let's go back to MIC. I have a lot of questions to answer. And aside from that, great job on the meetup, Al. It looked like a lot of fun, man.
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna set another meetup. Hit Taj and Steve.